got a lot of people confused because they're like, this record's so big, but he's a drill artist. Like, I'm like, nah, like, this is my first drill song. Like, how can I be a drill artist? I was doing melodic before this. Like, I don't like that, being pigeonholed into that.
I'm gonna be honest though, it didn't help when I watched the video. We seen all that red. I'm like, okay, it's one of those. Like again, like people are also visual. That's what I'm saying. That video, I remember watching. I was like, shit, it's giving me vibes of when we see like niggas ganged up.
Real nigga shit. This nigga gonna agree with anything you say. Yo, bro, listen. Ask him what he say. Just ask him what he say. Ask him what he say. Ask him what he said. He said that I dissed you on my groupie record. I said fuck Whoopty because I'm dissing you. How? You're not that. If I ever want to talk about Whoopty, I can say what I want. I'm the nigga ducking scars for that.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
I told you a bozo, right?
You heard what I said, nigga? Do I speak Spanish? Do I speak
But you heard it from his mouth.
Look at his head.
But he said no.
He can say whatever he wants. He told the police the same thing when he walked out the precinct. Stop playing with me.
You know, at first glance, CJ looked like the next big name within the New York rap scene. His viral song Whoopty was popping everywhere, from TikTok trends to radio charts, showcasing a nostalgic feeling of Pop Smoke's insane drill beat. He brought an energy of a street-certified rapper. But it didn't take long before whispers turned into headlines. Mr. CJ was being exposed, not just for stealing a beat, but for faking a lifestyle.
As an artist, when you create, you're telling a story about your life. So I could, not that I could tell because I did it, but just from reflecting on what you just said, it must be so difficult to tell a story about something that means so much to you, and then people just shit on it because now it's not your art they're shitting on. It's literally a piece of your life that's fragile.
It's amazing that you say this too, because sorry if I interrupted you, because like 99% of rappers are a mask. They wear a mask. That's not really who they are, you know. And respectfully, Tekashi 6ix9ine is a prime example of this. It's very evident, right? I'm not talking shit. I'm just saying that he puts on this character, especially if you judge based off what he said in court. That's not my fucking business. I'm not calling Tekashi 6ix9ine out. I'm just simply saying, when you have these people that's like, I'll kill you, murder, drugs, this, da-da-da. When you shit on somebody's music like that, I wouldn't shit on his music, but if there's somebody out there that's like, oh, his music is whack, what they're really saying is he's whack and he's this, but he's like, I don't give a fuck because this isn't even really me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or an artist like that. So if I don't know, if I'm taking, I ain't trying to fucking start beef with 6ix9ine. I'm just using an example that there are some rappers out there that are more about a persona and a personification. And because of that, when people shit on their music or shit on them, it doesn't matter because they're not really portraying who they are on the record. Me, I'm out here talking about changing my son's diapers and shit. So if you say that's whack, or you hope he dies, or you call my wife ugly, or you say all this other shit, that's difficult, you know?
Yeah. Here's another thing I was just thinking about when we talked about this microphone. When Michael Jackson released Thriller, there wasn't the internet. We weren't getting feedback from fans. We were getting feedback from professional critics that weren't saying, yo, I hope your baby dies.
Yeah, also that album didn't do that well at the gate too, which is really crazy to think about. But anyway, yeah, agreed.
But sometimes the world isn't ready for your art, but later on it could be. So being authentic is number one.
People were calling him a fake gangster, claiming he had no ties to the streets he rapped about. And the more you looked into it, the more it started to look just like another case of a rapper playing a role for fame, a story we've seen before, like the classic 6ix9ine situation. CJ's a drill rapper out of Staten Island, exploded onto the scene in 2020 with a viral hit, Whoopty. The song went crazy, it went brazy, dominating TikTok, and gave CJ the appearance of a new street-certified voice in New York's drill movement at the time. But the rise came with crazy controversy. As the record gained traction, serious questions began to surface, not just about CJ's authenticity, but about, whether he had any real connection to the lifestyle he was yapping about. Started as a chart-topping anthem, quickly became a lightning rod for accusations. Critics labeled him an industry plant and a goofy rapper exploiting gang culture without living it. And the center of the drama was one key question: was CJ the real deal, or just another manufactured image from Temu riding the drill wave for clout? The CJ situation isn't new. Hip-hop has seen, growing number of artists who adopted gangster persona to accelerate their come up, only to be exposed for lacking the credibility they claimed. From lyrical content to visual branding, these rappers lean heavily into gang symbolism, flags, hand signs, affiliation, but when their backgrounds get investigated, the image doesn't match the reality at all. The biggest recent example of this is 6ix9ine, the Ratty Rat. He built an entire persona around being affiliated with the 9 Trey Bloods, only for it to come out in court that he bought his way into the gang for protection and clout. After cooperating with law enforcement and testifying against his former affiliates, his reputation in hip-hop took a major hit. Even though his music still gets clicks, the respect from the hip-hop scene is forever gone. Like, bro literally just he just got backshot by the industry. Okay, that's not a good explanation, but you get the gist. With CJ, the criticism came with a similar place. He suddenly emerged with whoopty raised eyebrows because of how quickly he adopted gang-affiliated imagery without a known history or affiliation in the streets. The fact that the term whoopty is tied to the Bloodhound brands, and was trademarked by CJ, the incarcerated founder, called him out publicly for misrepresenting their legacy and disrespecting their name, which to me, I would look at shit myself, as some founder of a gang hits me up on my phone to let me know that my booty cheeks will soon be his if I don't stop making music and just go back to working at In-N-Out. That's just crazy to me, honestly.
Your boy, Brim Johnson. So I'm going to take a moment to set the record straight for y'all. I see a lot of controversy over this whoopty thing. So first and foremost, CJ made a hot song, but the content that he used is not his content. So his foundation is based off a lie. He's not whoopty. He don't know nothing about whoopty. He just seen a fly splash and he jacked it, which is a smart move, but in life you gotta show respect and you can't live a lie. Now you jacking something that they got dudes in jail for. There's allegations behind that word right there that made it such a splash for you to want to jack it. They gave me 30 years for a lifestyle full of allegations of a lifestyle that you talking about that you never lived. And that shit don't add up, shorty. Like, you trying to take something from people that you can't take. So, for the record, whoopty is not CJ's. That shit belongs to the Jet. I ain't even gonna say it's just mine. It belongs to the Jet. It's not his at all. You can put every lawyer you want behind it, do all that. And I'm not speaking violence. I'm not beefing with you. I'm not trying to down you. I'm just speaking facts and keeping it real. That's the glow shit. You know what I'm saying? So you need to fall back with that and get in your place and find your own content, because you got a little tight delivery. I heard your song, but make your content truthful. Don't speak lies. When you living off a lie, ain't no foundation there. So all that shit you speaking in them songs, they got some boys in the street, not my team, just speaking in general, that's really going to see if you about that mess. And I told you, that's the allegations of my whole lifestyle, my whole bop that I'm in jail fighting for. So, you got to really get it together, shorty. But for all my real glows, you know what it is, man. Whoopty. Y'all know what it is. Stand on that, man. That's our shit. So don't let that little boy play with y'all, man. And I'm not promoting violence, beef, or nothing. Just speak the truth and let his ignorance die with his fables and his foolish content, you heard? Whoopty.
The underlying problem is when branding and real life don't align at all, especially in a genre like drill, which is heavily rooted into real street experiences. Listeners might tolerate exaggeration in lyrics, but false flagging, pretending to be part of a gang or culture for commercial gain, is seen as crossing the line. It's not just about the cloud chasing, it's about co-opting the struggle and danger that others actually live through, often, painful with prison and time and stuff like that. Artists who got caught up in this game often face short-lived careers. Once the persona crumbles, the fan base that bought into the image starts to drift away. What's left is a spotlight that fades fast unless the artist can pivot or prove they have more to offer than just a gimmick. In CJ's case, the fallout from Whoopty's success came just as fast as the fame. The accusations of false claiming, stealing slang, checking flows, and leveraging insider connections through his uncle in the industry painted him as a carefully packaged product and not organic artist from the trenches. In the eyes of many, that was enough to push him away out of the New York's highly competitive drill scene. So overall, y'all let me know what y'all think about CJ. Is he forever cooked or could make a comeback by making a white boy country music. But either way, it's enough yapping. Peace.
Bye, have a great time.